Welcome to our conversation with Krave. I'm Katrina, the author of Krave. Today we have a special guest, Miss Twila.
Hello. Hello, everybody. How are you?
She volunteered her time to have a small conversation. We're going to talk about Master and Mercedes today. If you don't know, Master Mercedes is a character that starts in this book and it goes to this book. Now, Master and Mercedes is linked to My Girls, and the full book of Master and Mercedes will be out January 2025. So let's have a small conversation. What do you think about Master and Mercedes?
Seduction, possession. It covers a lot of different categories.
Okay.
Covers a lot of different categories.
I think Master Mercedes is different. It's a couple. I think she loves him more than he loves her. And I think that she would do anything for him. And it's more than, I think, seduction. I think it's so many questions with Master and Mercedes.
It is definitely seduction, but it's also about submission too.
Oh yes, whatever.
It's definitely about submission and control.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes.
Definitely control. And how far would you go for love?
And what would you do for love?
And what would you do for love? Because she went beyond, above, and beyond, and above. And above and beyond.
So when it comes to Master and Mercedes, it's in the beginning of the story when Mercedes first met Michael. It was this thought that she had, like this, I don't say premonition, but it's this voice that we hear that sometimes us as women don't listen to, and men, and it said, "Don't do it,
don't do it."
But he was so fine,
and she was
my God, he was fine,
and she was very lonely. And
yes,
and in vulnerable stage. All that plays together.
Why didn't you think she listened to that voice though? Because us sometimes as women don't listen.
Curiosity.
Yeah, but
curiosity and loneliness.
Would you have listened to the voice?
No. Because as fine as
he was fine. Yes, my God.
Yeah. But getting into what I've read, when it got to the part where, and when it got to the part in the story where she had went out on a date with them already for their second initial date, and then she realized that she had feelings for him. So when he asked her, when you get dressed in the morning, make sure you send me a picture of everything you put on. A red flag should have went up there. And she said, well, why would I do that?
Exactly.
And then you should have listened to that voice after you question yourself, well, why would I do that? And she didn't. The curiosity got stronger and stronger. And she just was curious. She just wanted to see how far she would go.
When he wouldn't call her back, and she was about to act a fool.
Oh, she did. She didn't sleep. She didn't.
The side effects of Michael is unbelievable. Michael is master. Why do you think she agreed to be under submission?
Loneliness. Something is.
Was it the stick? I mean, once she got a piece of it,
that is part of the package.
Yes, sir.
That was the in her mind. I think that was the main part of the package. But it all boils down to love and having something better than nothing. My mom taught me that lesson a long time ago. Something is better than nothing. And in her case, receiving something from him was better than not receiving or not having at all. Because remember, she had been lonely for a while. She had the career. She had the career. She had the home. She had the car.
Right.
She had anything and everything that she wanted.
Right.
And the only thing that she described that she did not have was a man or love.
Right.
So if she can fulfill those things that she needed, she's on top of her world. And then when she met him, she was on top of her world.
Not knowing the side effects. The side effects are so dangerous. Sleepless nights, sweats,
Yeah.
hair coming out.
Well, she was a hairdresser, so she could take care of those kind of things.
Yeah, but when you under submission and that person is, he has made, well, you made him your all, your everything.
Yes.
How do you focus? How do you go to work when you have made this man your everything and he punish you and tell you he won't talk to you for a week?
And he drove her crazy.
It would drive anybody crazy that's under submission and a man that's, when he give that thing to you and he curve it inside you and you lose your mind.
I've never been to that stage in my
You never
life.
had somebody that.
Never. I've never. I'm not here early enough for me to be sensitive to them like that yet. I'm not gonna say that it will never ever happen. Okay, because I'm a little too
Would you
old in my
submit?
stage.
Submission is two different. I mean, you can submit to someone and not go because he didn't have to take her through those changes. I mean, seriously, he did not have to take her through those changes, but he did.
And you can also tell that he was a pro at it. So
Oh, yeah.
that's not something that he was just doing. That's something that he had been doing for a while. And he was a master at it. He had already had a book. It reminded me of the movie 50 Shades of Grey, about the Black Virgin.
Yes. So why do you think that she agreed or allowed herself to sleep on the floor when he told her to? Yes, master makes her sleep on the floor.
With the collar on her neck.
Yes.
A collar around her neck. Yes. I really couldn't answer that question.
I'm gonna tell you, I think so. In the beginning, he came for her. He loved her. He wined and dined her. He never asked for her body in the beginning. Remember that.
True.
The reason why he did not ask for her body is because he came for her mind. And that's the most dangerous thing a man can do to a woman. Because once he got your mind, you're done. I'm sorry. Remember, love is an addiction. She thinks she's in love because of the way he treated her, made her feel so welcome and warm and nice and felt good. And then he just switched up. He turned into master. She doesn't like master, but she's in love with Michael.
Once after he got her under
his. Could you see yourself sleeping on the floor?
Me? No, I'm too pretty.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I'm too pretty.
Because I would have been like, what you say? Say it again. Wait, maybe I heard you wrong. Because I need you to just repeat it for me. You want me to do what? I'm not sleeping on the floor. Okay. You tried it. That was cute. So I guess we're over. Because if you love me, you won't have me sleeping on the floor. You understand? Just as well as him. I don't even know if I can say it. Dropping them droplets in her mouth. Spitting it in her mouth, So it's like, how far do we go with this? To me, when he's doing that stuff to her, he's taking her mind.
Control.
But she loves him.
She had too much control. I mean, he had too much control.
Do you think Michael loves Mercedes?
How strong is my ability? I don't think he loves her.
You don't think he loves her? Why would you say that?
I don't think he loves her. I know that I can tell that he really likes her enough to tolerate her. Okay, but love, I didn't see anything about love. I didn't read anything about love in the stories. I didn't read that at all. Do you think he loved Ebony? Because Michael is the Ebony. That's what Michael she's talking about. First and foremost, Ebony and Mercedes are victims.
Okay. We can take it there. We can take it there.
They are victims. I don't know whether or not Ebony was his first victim, but she was strong enough to break free. How long it took her to do it?
But did she break free? Remember, she was in psych ward.
She broke free.
She's still under submission. What you mean? Because she got away when it got help? How you know she's not still under submission?
You don't know. The story hasn't progressed to that. The story hasn't progressed to that level yet.
So this is something that's like you're wondering if Michael was to walk in the room and Ebony is sitting right there, how would she react?
I think she
would. She go down on her knees?
Yeah, I think she would. Because right now, moving from Master and Mercedes is in book 1, 2, and 3. I think at the right tone, she would be submissive to him again because he really broke her.
Mhm.
He broke her to the point where in part three she became very bitter.
Right.
That's why when she was with the girls in the pussy circle,
She said,
sorry,
she said pajama circle.
in the pajama circle.
Yeah.
Okay. Her bitterness became anger,
Mhm.
and she, I'm not gonna say reach out,
Excuse
she
me.
attacked others that she loved around her.
Right. That's that pain that she's living with.
Yeah,
Because sometimes when people are so unhappy, they want you to be unhappy.
true.
Because they're hurting, they want you to hurt.
Perfect example of misery love company.
Exactly. You know,
Yes.
but as the author, eventually you will find Master, Mercedes, and Ebony will end up in the same room. I can't give you that.
Wow.
And that will be life changing.
What a threesome.
I can't comment on that. But
You don't have to. My mind already knows that. Okay.
And what I want to say about a relationship, do you think a lot of women put up with anything just to say they have a man?
Can't speak for all women, but to answer to the question, yes. Can't speak for all women. Some are strong, some are weak, some are vulnerable.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Mm. How much would you tolerate?
I'm a strong, mean person. I'm a strong, mean. Just let me tell you my philosophy on that. When I met, if it was me and I had never been to market,
Mhm.
that would have been it right then and there.
Mhm.
I don't think I'm gonna win any further.
Mhm.
Excuse me, everyone. I just got over a cold, and I apologize. I still have the bad cough. But there were a couple red flags that it was a couple red flags that would have turned me off.
Mhm.
Where in the book it intrigued her.
Mhm.
It intrigued her to the point where she started dating him.
Mhm.
And then one thing led to another, you know.
Mhm.
But there were a couple red flags that would have like, after a while I wouldn't listen to that voice.
What do you think about Trina, the best friend?
Is that the one that she attacked her husband? Well, I'm trying to remember which one is Trina, because I read all three of your books over and over again.
Mercedes'
right?
best friend. Let me see, it's in this book. And Trina is Mercedes' best friend. Where they met in the mall, Tyson's Corner.
Oh.
And she got that phone call and she said, and Michael said she can go. But of course, she's not thinking he's gonna call her because he gave her permission to hang out with her best friend. She didn't answer the phone. And then he hangs up on her when she didn't answer, so you got a half an hour to get home from Tyson's Corner to Silver Springs.
I think when he answered the phone, the first thing he said was bitch.
Yes.
Yeah. And she just went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
She went crazy, but she didn't have time. And I think that she should have said something to Trina.
Right.
But Trina was her best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And best friends do talk. She should have said something.
Mm-hmm.
I'll talk and explain it to you later on.
But she couldn't think straight.
Yeah.
Because she had to get home.
Oh,
but see, here's the rules with Master.
Him being upset.
Right. She has to answer the phone on the first ring. That's the rule. You know the rules, you're breaking the rules. Like Master said, if you follow the rules, this will be easy for you. If you lay out your clothes, send them to me, tell me what you're wearing, be in the house at 7 o'clock. These are your rules. If you follow the rules, you'll be fine.
Red flag.
Are we gonna follow the rules? If you want to be with Master, you have to follow the rules.
And I'm stubborn. I don't follow rules well, except my own. So,
So what do you think about the punishments when he dipped off for a whole week? Mind you, you don't know what this man was doing, but you're on punishment. You cannot talk to him. He can only call you.
I really don't.
Do you think he's seeing somebody else?
I think he has other victims.
She said victims.
I think
Did
he
you
has.
say victims?
I think he has other victims because it seems like Trina. It seemed like it's not going really deep into his mind because the book really doesn't explain a lot about him. But in a way, it seems like it's like a game to him to see how far he can go with these women. Do I think that she's the only one? No, I don't think she's the only one. Like I said before, I think she had victims. It's just that his time spent with one may not be the same amount of time that he spent with others. You know, each victim or each person is different. So with Mercedes, she a once a week girl. You know, who knows how long how much time he spent with Ebony. Because when she had been, I know she said something about 10 years. She had been dealing with him for 10 years. Yep. Yeah, so the relationship with Mercedes the time is much shorter with her than it is with Ebony. And who knows how many victims he has out there.
But what I can say is, in the next book that's coming up in January, you will learn a little bit more about Michael and why he is the way he is. And his family situation, who he loves, who he marries. You will see that in the next book.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll get a little bit more of an insight of why he do what he do.
That would be good to know because you really don't know him.
Right.
The more so in your books, you did more of a description of the ladies more so than him. So we don't know what he is. We don't know how he was brought up. We don't know what's going on in his life. We don't know his way of thinking. There's nothing that we know really about him, except that he is a detective. Yeah. That's all we know.
And he don't play.
And you know, we can watch too many TV stories. We know a lot of things about detectives on TV stories, you know, and our mind can go somewhere, but we just don't know him. So I think that once we get to know him, we'll get a better aspect of him and how he thinks, and then we'll move on.
Right. Oh yeah, because Michael, he's different, and he's so charming and sweet. He will turn that on, but then he turns to Master. We all love Michael, but we don't like Master. Well, some women do, because I had somebody DM me and she was like, she'll take it all. The beatings, you know, the sleeping on the floor, you know.
Because in the supermarket, he showed her his intelligence.
And then he didn't ask her enough. He said, put it in the phone. That means he told her what to do. And sometimes as women, we like that when a man takes the lead. I'm not going to front, I like it. Don't put your hands on me though. But I like it. You understand what I'm saying? We ain't laying hands. We're not doing that. But we love when a man takes charge. Because we shouldn't have to take charge when we have a man. Sometimes when they come in and they take the lead, that is sexy.
It is.
It's very sexy.
There are some people you know, and that's a whole new category.
And let me tell you something
with us women.
And even in the bedroom, Michael leads. He takes charge. You understand? And we as women, we want that, but at what cost? Man, you ain't gonna be putting your hands on me, y'all. Come on. You just sit down, we watch some TV, we enjoy each other's company. But I think Trina, I don't know if she was saved Mercedes. As the author, I do know, but I can't say. But when I say save, it's like be there for her, because he is going, and as the author, I'm going to tell you, he is going to break her.
But see, the thing about Trina is Trina don't know exactly what it is that she would be saving Mercedes from. Exactly. She doesn't know. She don't. So right now, if I was Trina, I would be in the dark. If I call my girlfriend and she's not answering, I'm going to think that there's something wrong.
Right.
But I can only go by what you tell me, so I would have to wait until you felt comfortable enough to tell me what's going on, and then we can go from there.
Right.
But for right now, Trina's just at a standstill. She don't know what to do or what to think.
Right.
So leave her left alone until Mercedes gets comfortable enough to let her know what's going on. Michael's, I know she said when she got up from the table with Trina, she said, "Oh no, I gotta go." Michael's upset.
And what does Trina say? Is he beating you?
Yes, that's the first thing she said.
Because we as women, like if you get nervous and scared like that, that's all signs of DV. Come on, we know this. And she said no, she just had to get home in a half an hour to be punished. She was punished for a whole week. I would have sat there because I'm gonna be punished regardless.
Yeah, so I might as well get
So
there
you might as well-
when I get there.
Let me finish my small sandwich. I'm gonna finish my small sandwich and take my punishment.
But then Trina would have been more intrigued. She would have been asking more questions that Mercedes would have been.
That's true.
Because right then and there when that happened, Mercedes got so scared. Started
Can't think straight.
I gotta go. So she would not have been able to answer Trina's question.
Right.
I have to talk to you later. We'll talk later on or something like that. So I hope when the book comes out, you be ready, girl.
The book is coming. I'm telling you, you're gonna love the book. It's awesome. But with Michael, I want to say that there's so many Michaels out there. There's so many Masters out there. Because to me, Michael and Master is not the same person. Michael is so sweet. Do you get that? It's just when he turned into Master, he's a jerk.
Excuse me. The only time I remember reading that he was sweet, there were two times that I read when he was sweet. When she first met him in the supermarket, and when he hadn't contacted her for a whole week, then he invited her over to his apartment. And when he answered the door, he was sweet as I don't know what.
Because he crazy as a beer bug.
He was sweet, and she felt so warm, and she felt so loved. I can't remember whether or not he came to the door naked or something. I
think he cooked the dinner. He cooked the dinner. And he said, I had a wonderful week. And she said, I had a bad week. Who does that? Somebody that's not rat tight. I had a bad week because of you, yo. Like, come on.
And so that's the only two times I remember him being a nice person.
That's it.
I have to go back and read. I have to go back and read so many books at the same time, you know? So I have to go back. And every time she and I talk, there's a clue there somewhere. And I said, oh gosh, I gotta go back and read again. I gotta go back and read again. Oh my goodness.
That's why I tell people, right, all the time, you have to read all three books because you have to understand My Girls is linked to Master and Mercedes. It's a trilogy.
Yeah.
When people say they don't understand a book, good grief, man, just buy the books.
Because at first, when I first read the book, when I read the very first one, to me, it was just a book of short stories. It was a book of short stories. I had to read the book 2 or 3 times to realize that one linked with the other. You have a lot of short stories describing a lot of different people under a lot of different names.
Right.
Okay. So I did not link Mercedes and Ebony together until when I read part 3. And the part 3 described how, what is her name? The crazy one in part 3. And they said, Ebony, when she said her brain was messed up by Michael. I said, Michael. Oh, Michael is Master. Okay. Well, then you gotta go back and read it all over again. So yeah. You have it for a little bit. I like that. I was intrigued.
And see, a lot of people say that, the books are short. They're short for a reason because when they start off, they're short stories, which becomes their own book. It's just that Master, Mercedes, and Ebony is linked together. It's a trilogy with them. And eventually, now we have Master Mercedes coming out January 2025, and then you have the crossover, which will be Master and Mercedes Welcomes Ebony. And then there's a book after that, which I cannot say the name of, but it's all a trilogy. It leads back to the same Master and Mercedes. And then there still will be other books coming out with Krave, the different stories about everyday life, relationships, and what's going on in life. But right now, Master and Mercedes will take the lead on Krave.
Okay.
So,
I love the fact that they were short stories.
mhm.
I love the fact that you created to have the short stories. Um, in this day, age, and society, um, no one wants to deal with long-windedness in anything.
But you got some people who say the books are too short. They're short because they're trilogies. It leads up. And then I don't want to make it too thick because I think when you make it too thick, now the next one will be over 100 pages with Master and Mercedes. So it does get longer.
Okay.
But I won't make it too long because I think people, at a certain point, when you get to a certain amount of chapters, they stop reading.
Exactly, lose interest.
Exactly.
And that's what intrigued me about the books. I love the fact that they are short stories, and I did not lose interest.
Right.
Because I am one, and I am an avid reader,
Mhm.
but I lose interest when a book is very, very thick. Because with my busy schedule and my party time and the things that I got going on in my life, I don't have time to read a book from beginning to end, right then and there, right? So I'll read like 1 or 2 chapters here, then put it down. I might be gone for a week.
All right, can y'all go? I'm sorry. Hi, we have a visitor. Welcome.
So I'll read 1 or 2 chapters, and I'll put it down for a week, maybe 2 weeks, depending on how much party or whatever I'm going or where I'm traveling to or whatever. Then I'll come back later on and I'll pick it up,
Right.
pick up chapter 3, 4, 5, something like that. But the fact that the books is filled with a lot of short stories, that's perfect.
Right.
It's perfect because I didn't lose interest.
Wonderful. So I'm glad you're liking Master Mercedes, and we are waiting for the next book. I want to thank you for your time. Coming out having a conversation with Krave.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Have a great holiday, and we will see you soon.
Take care. Bye.